TV Judges CV here. I've got a bit of a croak for us. Do you know why? Arsenal 3, them down the road 1. I can't believe how well we played again today. Fantastic performance. Arsenal at it again at home. Fantastic performance. Got a few of the guys here, like, you know, so who should I start with first? Dan, I'm coming to you first. Like, first of all, is Conte a myth now? Like, come on, like, you know what I mean? I know you love him, but at the end of the day, you can't be happy watching football like that.
Listen, do you know what made me laugh the most today with Conte is that when we went down to that 3-1, he took everyone off. All the defenders come on. We saw Matt Doherty come on. We saw Davinson Sanchez come on. That is to me saying I am pooing my pants now because this could be 5 or 6-1. And he put everybody on. And I think that to me says I am scared. I thought we were fantastic today, mate. I really did. And I know we gave away a stupid penalty and it was bad defending, but luckily it didn't cost us, mate. You know, a little bit nervy in the atmosphere. The atmosphere was buzzing for me. When that penalty came, everyone was a bit deflated, a bit nervous, and you could feel it in the atmosphere. But I can't even pick a man of the match today, Lee. They were so good, all of them. Erdegaard, Partey, Xhaka yet again, Jesus all over the place, Saka and Martinelli, particularly the second half. Martinelli absolutely fantastic for me. So I look at what Saliba's doing right now, and I don't care how good people think Romero is, Saliba's better. I'm telling you this now, he is better. He is our best centre-half, and at the moment, the best centre-half in the Premier League, mate, for me. I thought we were brilliant today.
I've not seen a better 21-year-old than what I'm seeing here. I've seen a lot of football in my time, a lot of good centre-halves, Tony Adams, Sol Campbell, to name but 2 from the Arsenal, Van Dijk. I don't think I've ever seen anybody as good as this at 21.
Tell me a better defender at the moment in the world football. I can't name one. He's absolutely outstanding, mate. Everything about this guy is so composure on the ball. He's outstanding. Distribution superb. Positioning. Every single attribute that William Saliba has is a world-class talent potentially. And I think his ceiling is massive. People talk about Saka, Martinelli, Smith Rowe's high ceiling. I think this guy's up there in comparison. Honestly, I think he is exceptional talent.
Yeah, very, very, very exceptional. I'll tell you, Russ, I'm going to bring you in. Like, the key for me is when it went 1-1, there was 10 minutes or 5 minutes when Spurs got on top of us. That is when we had to dig in, and we done. And that's what we did.
Yeah, we dug in deep and we showed a lot of character. The fans still got behind the side, which is really important. We've seen that a few times, ain't we, when we've been down a goal here and the fans have just immediately got right up and pumped the team back up. Come straight out in the second half and got the early goal, which like put them under the cosh. And we was all moaning a little bit before, weren't we? Because we was all a bit worried about playing three at the back and Zinchenko rather than 4 with Tierney. We was all a little bit worried about that, but it worked out perfect. And the total domination of that football match, I didn't honestly think I was going to see that. It was total domination.
It was unbelievable. One thing I want to say, like, you know, as good as it was, we did concede. Like, it was a sloppy goal. What do you make of that?
We've always got that in us, Lee, haven't we? Because we want to play football. So when you want to play football, there's times and areas where you play football and where you don't play football. And that's another learning curve for us. We must make sure that we don't be sloppy when the team's camped in our box and we start making silly mistakes like oof the ball clear. There's no crime in oofing the ball clear when you're in trouble, especially when you're 1-0 up, getting towards like an important part of the stage of the game. Was it about 30 minutes? Was it or so? 34 minutes. It's an important stage of the game to see it through to half time, and we just went asleep and it was sloppy. But other than that, I thought Odegaard was magnificent. I thought Partey was like imperious in midfield.
What's a goal?
And what a goal! What a finish! That was a really tidy finish, weren't it?
It was unbelievable.
That was a get off your seat jobby. It was brilliant.
As it happens, I was sitting down when he hit it because normally they hit, like, you know, they hit the clock in, but like, well, fair play to him.
It didn't this time, Lee. It was a banger.
It was a banger. Like, Lucy, I was going to come into you now, like, you know. Absolutely. One thing, first question I'm going to ask you: are we watching a different Arsenal?
Listen, you can see the gap between us and them now. We've showed them absolute
Mind the gap.
Mind that gap, because honestly, no matter how you look at it, whenever you go into this fixture, it's going to be stressful. It's a different type of stress. Do you know what I mean? So it's like we absolutely showed them. We showed them what colour North London is, and it's beautiful to see.
It's always been red,
Can't complain. Always been red.
Who's the man of the match for you today?
For me, Erdegaard probably. Bossed it. Partey bossed it. Do you know what? I can't even say it because it was just phenomenal to watch. They were a unit, and individually they were spot on.
Do you know one thing that I'm going to say? Like, I know we've won the game today, but I'm going to say this now. It's so enjoyable watching Arsenal at the minute, isn't it? The way they're playing, everything like that.
The progress, the way he's coached this team, I keep saying it, into a unit, into a squad that's actually enjoyable to watch again. It's perfect.
So
Can't
you're
complain.
Arteta in now?
I've never had comments on that. I've never had comments. I've always been a bit on the fence. Like I've seen him doing bits and I've seen him fall apart a little bit. But
I think he has to take a lot of credit for the game like today. Like, hello, Ken. How are you? All right.
How
Like?
you doing? You're right, you're right, mate.
Well, I'm feeling good. I'm gonna be really honest.
Yeah.
I don't know about everybody here, like, but I don't sleep well before the North London derby. But why did I have a restless night? Because at the end of the day, they was absolutely dominant today.
Look, the North London derby is still our biggest game, in the calendar. All these, youngsters who think that our rivals are United and Chelsea, please go and learn the history, mate. It's always Tottenham. This is a game where we want to win. This is a game where we always get up for. This is a game that changes our personalities. This is a game that, dictates our weekend. It's always Tottenham. It's always preferable to beat them. You know what I mean? Like, they finished at the top of us for the last few years. But today, home form was always counted in this derby for the last 5 years. So, I expected nothing less. And you know what? Our tempo was brilliant today.
Yeah.
We started really well. Partey's goal looked like slow motion, innit? It went in so slow that we're thinking, oh my God. And then all of a sudden you're going, wow. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you what, Lloris didn't have a chance. I think Lloris, if it weren't for him today, it could have been like 6 or 7. I thought he made 3 or 4 fantastic saves.
Yeah, he made a mistake with the second as well, didn't
he?
Yeah, he made a second. So
well.
It kind of helped us out a bit. But, as I was saying before, we're learning a lot about these players. They're not yet seasoned professionals, but what they're doing right now is upping their tempo, going for the win. And you know what? I couldn't be more happy with the way we're playing. It's been a really good season, but it's only 8 games, Dave.
It's only 8 games, but we're on top of the league.
Look, one game at a time, the only time I'm celebrating us being top of the league is when me and you were at the town hall watching us with that.
Do you think we could be at the town hall this year?
Well, I have to say one thing. The way we're playing, we carry on playing like this, I think it's going to be criminal if we haven't got silverware at the end of the season. Because if you play this beautifully and play this well, you've got to have something to show for it. Top 4's not enough. We've got to want more than that now. If you're playing like this and you're winning games regularly, you've got to want to win a trophy. You have to try and challenge the title. I know it's probably outside our remit at the moment.
I think we've got to challenge you for it. I really do.
Yeah, but, Europa League we haven't won in Europe for about 28 years.
Yeah,
so we need a title.
Let's win that and the league.
Look, June the 4th, I want us to be at, like I said, at town hall, celebrating a trophy. I don't care what it is. Hopefully it's the Europa League, hopefully it's the league or the FA Cup. If you play like this, you have to win something.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Cheers, Kenny boy. Albert, come in, son. How are we doing? You all right? Albert, what do you think of that today? Everywhere they go! Oh! I love it. Beautiful. I'll tell you what though, unfortunately, it'll work out next week because we haven't been tested yet. We haven't played a decent team yet until next week against Liverpool, So we'll get our critics because we haven't played no one decent yet. But seriously, on a serious note, how well do you think we played today?
Fantastic. You know what it is? We're starting games better. We're not just starting games better, we're getting ahead in games as well. I thought we dominated for 20-30 minutes. We kept the discipline with Saka and Martinelli out wide. Thomas Partey was in a different league today. Had a perfect sight of that goal. That was beautiful. Usually hitting rows there, he's at the stadium, but top bin's fantastic.
I see a lot of people in the clock end ducking like that.
But that's the thing, we're starting games better. And that's all you can ask for because it puts you on the front foot. We can dictate games better. The first half went exactly how I thought it would go. Yeah. Tottenham, 2 banks of 5, not 2 banks of 4, 2 banks of 5. They made it very, very difficult. So we had to be patient and we deserved to go 1-0 up. And unfortunately, when they scored...
Do you know with Tottenham today, was you that impressed with them today? I wasn't, I have to say. I thought they were a poor side.
No, they're not a great side. The thing is, but what makes them dangerous is they're not playing well, but they're winning games of football. When we conceded the goal, the momentum completely changed that game. We were sloppy in possession. We were a little bit more tentative defensively. We've let in another goal. If you look at the goals we conceded this season,
all been sloppy.
Mistakes.
Yeah.
Teams have not carved us open, and you can fair play and say it was a good goal, they scored, but Arteta will not be happy with that. He will not be happy with that. We need to eradicate that. But listen, we bossed that game from start to finish. We started the second half well as well. Got the goal very quickly. But the difference between the first half and second half, after they scored and we scored in the second half, we dictated the play. The sending off absolutely helped, but I didn't see the tackle. But
Oh no, I didn't like. It didn't. Where I was standing, it didn't look like it was a bad tackle. I'm going to have to say this: like Anthony Taylor, he referees us differently. He was so biased. So when it must have been a real bad tackle for him to send him off. Like, was it? It was bad. So at the end of the day, what last question for you, Albert? Who's man of the match today?
Oh, Thomas Partey.
Thomas Partey.
100%. Not just for the goal, but just all-round dominance. He's the glue in the midfield that sticks us together.
Oh, brilliant! Thank you, Albert. Get Julian in quickly, Julian.
Don't do things.
Listen, no, you're only going to be on for a second, right? One, because you're boring, but other than that, like, you know. No, because look, before we say anything, this is a man, right, that turned around and said that Spurs would win today, like, yeah?
No.
Yes, you did. No, yes, you did.
I've really had that.
Oh, yes, you did.
Okay, criticise when I'm positive,
Right, go
and
on
now
then.
criticise when I'm negative. What can I do right?
No, you was right, but I hear what you were saying.
So what I said was, when you look at the record of what they've done here, I mean, I've been going for some years, probably since the 1976. The ones that I remember them winning in the last 30 odd years was like once, 2010, where that game was a freak of nature.
Yeah.
We were 2-0 up and we just took our eye off the ball and they went and scored 3 goals. The last one was at the end and it was a freak. And what I said was, these things can happen. And if you look at the statistics and the law of probability, at some point it's going to happen, and it's actually overdue to happen. But the great thing is, it didn't happen today.
Well done, like that, mate. Man of the match for you quickly today.
Quickly, let me think about it.
Come on, do something quick in your life.
That'll be later. I thought Saliba. I thought Saliba.
Right, we're going to have to wind it up there now, like, you know. Just like we've got the awards, haven't we? The nomination for the awards.
Yeah.
So what are the awards, Dave?
Yeah, new video content.
New video content award. We've been nominated for that, so please give us a vote for that. And
FCI's award.
yes, FA. What is it?
FCI's.
I like that even better. Like, you know what I mean? Like, give us a nominate. Give us a vote. You know what I mean? So listen, Tottenham. Come out to play, come out to play. You never did, and when you do, you get stuffed. Arsenal 3, then down the road 1. Thank you very much. Lee
Come on,
Judge is
Arsenal.
out. Ta-ra.